Welcome, this is Luke Smith, RealVacantLand.com, and I've got a property for you. I saw this one coming through the due diligence. I see hundreds of properties coming through the due diligence, the ones that are accepted offers, and I cherry pick the best ones, right? And so I saw this one coming through, and my database I'm watching all the trades go off, and it's not residential, it's commercial. I said across the street there's a Kmart, and there's a hotel across the street, there's a bunch of apartments around it, and there's another big shopping center right next door. I'm like, this is not residential. I made offers to buy residential properties, and I got a commercial property for residential price, and it's like, to me, that's like, woo-hoo, that's a score, right? There's a deal. So let's take a look at this one and see if you see what I'm seeing in this deal too. So first I want to say thanks to landtank.com. This is Jill DeWitt here. She's got her video on here explaining landtank.com. And I want to say thanks for putting this website together and keeping it going. It's been really good to me at raising money to fund these deals. I keep coming up with more deals. It's given me the nerve to go after bigger dollar deals and end up landing nice spreads. I mean, you talk to me on the phone or off to the side or something, I'll tell you about some of the returns on some of the deals that have come through here. I'm not going to publish returns. This website's done really well. So finding partners to work with, it's just a great lineup. And it's also, if you don't know what this website is and you're watching this video from someone else, like a friend forwarded it to you or something, that means you haven't passed the muster to go after these deals. I request and I hope and I wish that you go through Land Academy's training and understanding, and that's how you find this website and you get signed up to this website in anyway, right? It's people that have gone through the training and they understand the basics and hopefully have done some land trades or lots of land trades to know and have the idea of what I'm doing and buying and selling these properties. So I'm going to skip the basics because I believe you've already gone through Land Academy and you understand the basics from them. So this property, well, I'm on the wrong screen. Let's go back. Let's go to this screen. This property is it's a nice square on a busy street, which is not what you want for a house, but it's perfect for commercial. There's a shopping center up here. These are all apartments all the way around it. The other side over here is that one up there is Kmart. That one I think is like a Quality Inn or Days Inn or some kind of hotel. It's probably got an empty parking lot right now in COVID, but you get the idea. This sets the setting. We've got commercial all the way around. And the commercial properties usually, if you don't know it already, usually trade for a good deal more than residential properties because the regulations are more open to let you do what you want to do with the property. There's a lot of things you can build on it besides just a house. And in this particular property is zoned medium density is what they call it. And it's things like condos and townhomes and apartments and like multifamily stuff. You can put multifamily on here, and you're not going to build a skyscraper, but a couple floors of apartments, condos, and those kinds of things could go onto this property. It's 0.6 acres, and my favorite part about this property here is the economics. So this 0.6 acres, the cheapest. I went around. I'll throw this up in the background while I'm talking. I went around MLS and I went to LoopNet. LoopNet is a really fun website when you're looking at commercial properties. They've got the vast majority of all commercial properties that ever get listed go on LoopNet. A lot of the trades in commercial happen, in the boardroom behind closed doors, at a steak lunch or something, buddy to buddy. But the ones that go on the market go on LoopNet. And so looking at the trade in this area, this is Gresham. It's a subdivision neighborhood-ish out east of Portland. It's in the greater Portland metro area. So the cheapest thing I could find that traded in this area was $199,000, and it was like 0.09 acres. A little tiny thing, right? And the one we have is 0.6 acres, which still sounds small in vacant land arena, but in town with shops all around it, that's a lot of land for commercial and all kinds of people driving by. I mean, you could put a McDonald's or that kind of thing, but it's more of homes. It's more of like you put apartments there and you get street signage to say rent is this and this is our deal to get people to move in. People that build apartments like lots of traffic because that helps with their advertising, lowering their advertising costs to move people into those buildings. So The cheapest one in the area, $199 on the sale side, not for sale. And this one we can get for 87,000 and change, 87 something. So we could buy it for 87. We could list it for double or more and still be the cheapest thing in the marketplace. If we go to LoopNet and we just go to land, let's just pull it down to land. I mean, I was looking through every single listing they have, but if you just go it down to land, there's 4 of them in the area. The cheapest one is this one here, $599,000, and this is in the same town, and they're asking, it's a 1 acre lot, so yes, it's bigger, but they're asking $599,000. The next cheapest one is $749,000, and it's 0.69 acres. It's about the same size as the 0.63 acre one that we have. And then another one is asking, this is a 1 acre commercial. They're asking $980,000. And then this is a 1 acre one. These are the dreamers here. They're asking $2.5 million. But this is, they think they can build, some high rise apartments on. It's right behind my head. They put pictures of it here. I was pointing at one that's actually behind my head. Below over here, that's the $599,000. So these numbers are all way higher than the $87,000 that we can get this one at. And I can go to the same picture, the same idea going through Zillow or Realtor.com or Redfin. You're going to get to the same criteria. We could double the price and then some and still be the cheapest commercial anything zone property in the area. You start running into residential properties when you double the money in a little bit, and you start having competition on the residential side, but not on the commercial price properties. And so that's why I think this makes this one a really special deal. So if you're interested in funding this deal, being a partner with me on this deal with us, it's I'm going to do like standard run-of-the-mill terms that I've been doing on lots of these deals. I'm offering it at 50% of the profits. So you put up all the money, you get 50% of the profits on it, and it goes in your name. So it's in your name, your title. We're going to do an assignment agreement. And the assignment agreement is me assigning the contract I have to buy this one over to you. And it says I retain or keep, or part of that 50% of the profits to be paid on closing, or right about there, right? So the idea is that it goes into your name. We're going to take this paperwork to title. We've got a title already picked out. The seller on this one has a title that they want to use. And so this title will take our paperwork and your paperwork. I'll create it all. You just sign it and put it together and we start title. They're going to ask you to sign some more stuff. Maybe they'll ask you about your entity or something that you're using, and they're going to ask you to wire in money. And then we're going to get a closing statement. You're going to get a closing statement. You're going to be running the show on that part. So when you get that closing statement, I would appreciate it very much if you'd get that closing statement back to me. For one, it says, hey, let's go sell this thing. Like, we need to get it up for sale right away, like yesterday, because we already got it closed. And the other is that's the cost basis of the property. So the 50% is buy plus all the other fees like title and stuff that it takes to buy one of these. So $87,000 buy, I would just guesstimate it's like a $90,000 actual ticket that you're wiring in. Is probably just a little bit less than that, but it's probably right around $90,000 that you're paying for this property. And then we'll go try to sell it for 180 plus. We're still shopping realtors to find the best realtor to sell this one, trying to go through the commercial guys, because I know residential a bit more, but I want a commercial guy that's that can sell this thing eloquently, short amount of time, the best kind of commercial property seller in the area. And then I'll ask you to sign a contract with that commercial realtor that we find, and if you agree on them and everything, and they'll go sell the thing in hopefully a short amount of time. And then when we get the title on the sell side, it's going to be you signing it because it's in your name. Hopefully you share with me what kind of contracts or offers are coming through. Some people do, some people don't. But if you share with me, I'd love to be involved in negotiations and say, hey, that's great, or let's change it a little bit. Let's counter like this. Let's counter like that. The more of these deals I get into, the more I find myself countering and getting accepted, right? So it could be in your favor. So let's do that. And then when we get into title, we'll get a estimated closing statement. And the sooner we can get that estimated closing statement, the better. I'll take that. We'll crunch the numbers from the buy to the sell, and I'll input invoice or 2 or 3 on my side to keep my part of it and split up funds with the people I'm working with to pull this off. And then you don't have to do any of the tax stuff when it comes to sending out the 50% of profits that goes my way. You keep the rest in the title, and the title sends the cost plus 50% to you, and sends the my part to me. So they just send it out how you want it sent out, and then it's closed and it's done, and it's like, check, Luke, where's the next one? Right? That's like where we're at, and we'll take it from there. Go after the next one, the next one, the next one. If you're interested in that, hit I was going to say subscribe. It's a reserve or a sign up button next to this video in Land Tank, and it'll ask you some questions. And one of the questions, it's about contact information, right? But I want to go a little further than that. I want to know what should be on the contract as to what title you want to buy this property in, because I want to put that on the contract and I want to get it going as fast as I can instead of going back and forth. So if it's your IRA, get that name from your IRA company that it's supposed to be. If it's your trust, the name of the trust, and if you call yourself a trustee or whatever, like whatever your title is for that entity, or if you're buying it in your name, or you and your spouse, or whatever the name is, tell me the name, the title that should go on there, and the title of your title of what you call yourself in relation to that entity if you're using an entity. And then I have everything to fill out the contracts. My back office will be hitting you really quick with the paperwork to get that signed. We'll be putting you into my database system to keep track of everything, and you'll see communications start going back and forth as the deal goes flying off, and we'll go make this thing happen. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. This is Luke Smith at ruralvacantland.com. See you in the next one.